Hello friends, how are you? Hope you all are fine. The good teacher is the only reason why ordinary student thinks extraordinary. Wishing a very happy Teachers' Day to all my teacher. So today I am going to teach you an English subject. Our poem name is And Jennifer Tiger and the name of our poet is Adrian Rich. About the poet, born May 16, 1929, Baltimore, USA. She died on March 27, 2017, Stanza, California, USA. She was a famous American poet, essayist, and non-fictional writer. Notable works: first, On Lies, Secrets and Silence; second, A Change of World; third, Poetry and Commitment and Essay; fourth, Divinity into the Breath. About the poem, and Jennifer Tiger is a poem which reflects a woman who is best because of social trends and responsibility of an ideal wife. She is a lady who lacks confidence, strength, and the very sense of fearlessness. She does not dare to go against established and common way of life. Rather, she chose to rebel by her needlework. Through the needlework, she rebels against her husband's dominance and against her subject life. She gives tongue to her desire through the tigers that's reflected by her needlework. Her tigers actually represents what she lacks. Her tigers are brave, courageous, unafraid, proud, and chivalric. What she desires from her husband is a little honor, importance, and value as a real wife. And she desires to bring the end to the social beliefs about women where they are treated as to be ruled by the male-dominating society. The summary of the poem: and Jennifer creates a needle point that shows tigers leaping across canvas, bright and vibrant like topaz gems. Topaz means a bright yellow colored stone. Live within the green world of the canvas. They are not afraid of the men standing underneath the tree, who are also depicted in the image. The tigers walk with certainty, shining and courageous. And Jennifer's fingers swiftly and delicately work the yarn, yet she finds it physically difficult to pull even a small needle made of ivory through the canvas. Her husband's wedding bands feels huge and weighs down heavily on her hand. When Aunt Jennifer dies one day, her frightened hands will finally be still, yet they will be still marked by the difficulties that ruled over her while she was alive. Meanwhile, the tiger she created will continue the leap across the needle point without shame or fear. The structure of the poem: the poem "I'm Jennifer Tiger" is written in 12 lines, 3 stanzas, and 4 lines equally divided. The total poem is written in rhyme scheme of AABB. The poem acquaints us with the poetic device like alliteration, anaphora, imagery, inversion, and personification, etc. So this is our first stanza. And Jennifer Tiger prance across the screen bright topaz, denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the man beneath the tree. Their pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Sleek means elegant, and the press means walk or move with her springy, heavy steps. Explanation: from the first stanza, we are transported from the real world to the imaginary world of Aunt Jennifer. She reflects her pain and desires through her embroidery. Through her embroidery, she unfolds her desire, the freedom from her husband. She portrays what she desires to be, how she wants a life to be like one, which will have the spirit to face all the oppression in life. She portrays Tiger on her screen, meaning the looking of herself that is the bravery and strength. They, they are prancing and are referred as bright topaz, denizens of green. Denizen means animals that live or it found in a particular place. And this hint their limitless, free, and spirited existence. When we come across, they do not fear the man below the tree. We realize how Aunt Jennifer longed to be brave and free from the suppressions. This even evokes her hatred towards a male-dominated society. So here, the poet named a lady as Aunt Jennifer. She was embroidering a piece of cloth That might be a table clock or a wall hanging. So the pattern shows the tiger was jumping or moving here and there fearlessly. So here the tiger is of bright yellow in color, and the tiger is considered as the courageous citizen of forest. So here the contrast is made between the Aunt Jennifer's and her tiger. And Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. The second stanza reflects about the realistic side of Aunt Jennifer. She is busy at her work of embroidery. Her fingers are fluttering while working with her needle. Her fingers is trembling because she is afraid of her husband. Her 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 fluttering of fingers do not suggest her being sick or weak. Rather, this reflects a tensed physiological state. She is feeling her finger fluttering and heavy to pull the ivory needle. She is finding the needle is heavy to even to pull out of the cloth. It is because of massive weight of the ring of the uncle. The ring works as a twine which limits burns her in a social obligation and suppression at the same time snatches away her freedom. The ivory, the needle connects her indirectly to elephants and another species reputed her for courage and not being unafraid. The words massive weighted and heavily suggest that this marriage is like an unwanted burden to her life and turned her life to be a fertility. So here the Aunt Jennifer is living a dependent life. She is feeling a burden and with that uncle's wedding band on her hands. The uncle's wedding band was bought by her husband and it is his still. Third stanza. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeal she was mastered by. The tiger is the panel that she made, will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. So the meaning of prancing is moving with proudly, walk with proud. The third and the last stanza is a bit futuristic one. The poet here brings contrasting picture. When she will die, her husband will still reflect the terrors she lived in a lifetime. Her finger with uncle's wedding band reflect the penury she bore in lifetime. But at the same time, her tiger will remain the same brave, courageous, free, reflecting her missing her. They will stand as the refuting force against the male-dominated society. So here, Aunt Jennifer wants to live her life with courage and freedom, but she is afraid of her husband. After her death, her hands will still remain frightened, as her husband was overpowered by her. So here our poem is ended. Thank you very much.